He never chased you, but he never looked away either. And now, here you are, alone, with the man who always saw you coming and never flinched. Don't run, just breathe. It's later than you meant to stay. The space is mostly empty now. Just a few laptops still glowing behind glass. The echo of someone's spoon against ceramic. A breathy hum of neon and quiet effort. You're here, still half in your coat, one hand resting on the edge of the table, like you're not sure if you should sit or run. But he's here too, across from you, not pretending to be busy, just present, noticing without staring, still without disappearing, and something in your chest, tight for hours, unhooks. You shift your weight, ease your bag off your shoulder. Your breathing's shallow but steady. It's okay. You don't have to fill the space. He's not asking anything from you. The screen between you glows faint blue, casting gentle light across his forearms. You notice the way his fingers hover before he types, like he's thinking about more than just the keys. And you're not sure if he feels the charge too, or if it's just you, warmed by the scent of coffee, something toasted lingering in the air. But then his eyes meet yours. No smirk, no question, just that quiet certainty that if you speak, he'll hear you. And that's what undoes you. Not his words, not his presence, but his permission to stay quiet, to stay guarded, to stay exactly as you are. Let your shoulders fall now. Let your feet press into the floor. Let your hands rest in your lap. Let your pulse find its rhythm. You're not performing. You don't have to be fascinating. You're allowed to just be with him right here, right now. You didn't come here to fall apart. You came to finish something, to push through, to show up, check a box, be productive. You always do. But your body has other plans. It's not hunger, not lust. It's that deep, cellular ache to be known without being scanned, to be met without being managed. You glance at him again. Still there, still not flinching. You wonder what he sees when he looks at you. Not your resume, not your reactions, just you. The soft, the sharp, the part of you that's never been easy to explain. He doesn't offer advice, doesn't fill the space with solutions. He lets the silence stretch just enough, like he's giving you room to arrive in your own skin. And you realize you don't want to be impressive. You want to be safe. Safe to lean in, to soften, to be looked at without being consumed. You feel it build again, that ache, that readiness, not desperation. The desire to be understood without instruction, held without strategy, and maybe, just maybe, explored without being erased. He moves, not suddenly, not for show, just enough to shift his chair a little closer. The sound of it on the concrete floor is quiet, but final. A line drawn, an invitation extended, and he still hasn't said a word. You glance up, and this time you don't look away. There's something about the way he's watching you. Not with hunger, not with hesitation, with presence. Like he's memorizing something sacred. Not because he plans to use it, but because it deserves to be remembered. He leans forward, slowly, deliberately, like a man approaching a fire he wants to warm himself by, not extinguish. And that's when it happens. That tiny, almost imperceptible shift. You let him in. Not with a kiss, not with a gasp. Just a breath you didn't mean to share, but did. And he takes it, gently, like it's his now. His hand brushes the table near yours. Not touching, just orbiting, letting you be the one to close the gap. You don't. Not yet. But your whole body tips forward an inch, drawn, not to his heat, but to his stillness. He asks you something, quietly, so soft you almost miss it. But the tone isn't casual, it's reverent. He doesn't want information, he wants access. And for once, you're not afraid to give it. Not all of it. Just a little. Just enough to say, I'm here, and I see you seeing me. His gaze doesn't drop, and you feel the heat rise. Not in your cheeks, but low, steady, a thrum in your belly. That deep, molten awareness. He's not flirting. He's not coaxing. He's witnessing. And that alone is undoing you. You let your hand slide just slightly across the table. Your pinky brushes his. The contact is so subtle, so soft. It could have been an accident, but it wasn't. He doesn't move. He doesn't speak. He just stays. And that's when you know he's not here to rush you. He's here to meet you exactly where you are and exactly how you need. No instructions, no expectations, just this shared current between you, low and electric and building. You don't remember moving, but suddenly he's closer. Or maybe you are. There's no shift in conversation, no shift in tone, just your knee brushing his beneath the table and staying there. He doesn't pull back, doesn't press forward, just lets the point of contact exist. Like he knows it's more than enough. You glance at his hand, resting on the table. Fingers long and still. He hasn't made a move, but you feel the heat of him reaching anyway. Then finally, he does move. Not to take, not to claim. He turns his palm up and leaves it there, open, waiting. You place your hand in his like it's the most natural thing in the world. No fanfare, no tension, just skin against skin. Warmth meeting warmth, and it grounds you completely, like your breath settles into his pace. He brushes his thumb along the side of your hand. Once, twice, no message, just rhythm. Just being with you, not getting anywhere. His other hand shifts beneath the table. You feel it settle against your thigh. Bare skin meeting warm palm. The contact is steady, confident, not rushed, but not shy either. You feel your breath catch in the quiet, not from fear, from recognition. You've waited so long to be touched like this, without performance, without pressure, just intention, just presence. And it floods you, low, quiet, molten, heavy enough to remind you you're not alone in this body anymore. You don't speak. You can't. Your jaw has gone soft. Your spine uncoiled. And then he leans in, slow, measured, close enough to smell the hint of coffee still on his breath. He pauses there, forehead to forehead, breathing you in. Not a kiss, not yet. Just the possibility hanging there, charged. And you feel something inside you loosen, like a gate you didn't know you locked. Suddenly unlatched from the inside. His lips meet your temple, nothing more. No pressure, just a press of presence. A kiss that says, I'm here. I see you. I won't break this. And you believe him. Fully. Finally. You let yourself lean in. Not because you need him to catch you, but because you want to feel it. The safety of a man who doesn't flinch, who stays. You stay there, pressed into him, his hands steady, one cradling your thigh, the other holding your fingers like a promise. There's no more shifting, no more waiting, just this. Just warmth. You exhale again, deeper this time, like your lungs are finally willing to let go. Your legs slide a little more open beneath the table. Not an offering, not a signal, just your body softening, unclenching, releasing the grip it didn't know it had. His forehead stays pressed to yours, and when you close your eyes, you swear you feel him breathing with you, not mimicking, not managing, just staying in sync. Your shoulders sink. Your jaw unlocks. Your hands rest completely in his. You feel safe, not because you were told to be, but because he hasn't moved. Because he hasn't asked, because he hasn't filled the silence with anything that required you to rise, or perform, or do. He leans just slightly more into you, his breath landing on your cheek. And that's when the kiss comes. Not hard, not hot, just full, still, like a long, quiet exhale shared between mouths. His lips part. Barely. Yours do too. And there's no hunger in it. Only gravity. Only presence. Only the language of I'm here and I'm not leaving. Your chest presses into his, and for the first time all day, you stop holding in your stomach. You stop angling your body. You stop trying to be less. You just rest right against him. All of you. And he lets you. No shift. No hesitation. You feel his thumbs tracing the top of your hands now. Not searching. Not teasing. Just there. Present. Anchoring. You breathe him in and realize you've never felt this safe being silent, being soft, being still. You're not collapsing. You're landing. And he stays, not to finish, not to escalate, just to hold the stillness with you. The kind that doesn't ask for more. The kind that stays. The kind that says, this is enough. His breath fans lightly across your collarbone. A slow exhale that brushes the neckline of your shirt. Like a whisper with no words. You feel your thighs fall open a little more. Again, not to invite, but to release. To unclench the last place holding tension. And your whole body answers back. Soft, steady, surrendered. One of his hands shifts now, slowly sliding across your back. Flat palm, full contact. Nothing suggestive. Everything stabilizing. He isn't exploring. He's reminding you. You're here. You're safe. You're allowed to rest. And it lands somewhere deeper than logic. Deeper than desire. Right in the place you forget exists when the world is too loud. The quiet isn't awkward anymore. It's holy. And he's not in a rush to leave it. Your mind starts to wander, not from disinterest, but from safety, from trust. You feel your breath stretch longer, slower. Your lips part slightly. Not for speech, but because your jaw has fully let go. You're drifting now, not into sleep, but into stillness. Held, seen, unrushed. Nothing is asked of you. No story. No smile. No sudden turn to heat. Just warmth. Just gravity. Just a man who stayed. And in the background, a glow. A quiet screen, a room that never expected this, but welcomed it anyway. You rest your forehead into the hollow of his neck and let go fully, completely, for the first time in you don't even know how long. You don't move, neither does he. There's no need. This was never about the kiss. It was about the pause afterward. The one where no one pulls away. You could stay here, and maybe you will. Or maybe you'll see him again. Different place, different light, still the same eyes. Still the same man who knew how to look at you without trying to solve you. Next time, you won't be in this room. You'll be somewhere darker, cooler, a hum beneath your skin, a man behind